Ask you, man. We all know that you're the R&B. Some well, I would say honestly R&B composer because you do write your music,
Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
just the singers. It's actually a difference. So you're R&B composer. We know you met R. Kelly before. I always joke that you sound like Ray J to me. I'm sorry, man. I
It's
always
all good. It's all love.
it's all love. It's all love. It's all love. But
I get it
none,
all the time.
you get it all the time.
Yeah, I do.
Golly. But now, man, you've taken on a new project. You're working in the community. You're doing what Nipsey was doing,
Correct.
before he
Trying.
was trying to do. Yeah, yeah. So let you explain a little bit what you've been up to.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate that intro, man. Really, since the music endeavors that we have business wise, we've done a lot of things. Wrote songs for certain artists, the Chris Browns, the Ray J's, and made a clothing line in the meantime as well. We got that going right now, but the one of the main focuses right now is the new program that I've started. It's called Voice of the Youth, and this is to get the kids a voice. It's not saying I'm the voice; it's for them to have a voice. So basically, I'm trying to reduce gang violence, help these kids out, steer them in the right direction, give them a step by step process. Um, and things of that nature.
And you're advocating for them, because a lot of people, if they've never been underprivileged, if you were blessed to have both parents in the home, if you don't know what it's like to have to grow up in the hood or have to go to bed hungry, a lot of people can't empathize with why a lot of these kids are angry, or why a lot of these kids kind of start getting into trouble once they reach a certain age. It's not that they're bad kids, they just usually come from bad situations and bad circumstances.
I agree. I agree. I always say I never feel like there's a bad kid. You
Yeah,
can always turn it around, no matter what age.
I agree so too. And for the people that's watching, they know I used to work in social work. That's actually that's actually my passion. I just I don't do it anymore, and I don't know if I can get back into it now with what I do on the internet. I don't know. But I
Gotcha.
remember even like working in that field, and every kid was different. But it was like once they knew that you wasn't bullshitting them like everybody else in their life, or once they knew that you actually cared, they would just they will open up. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm like, I can't adopt all y'all. I can't take everybody home. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
it makes you feel good to make a difference.
Right. 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 It does. It does. It does. And just knowing that we are following the Nipsey Hustle blueprint, like I said, and always will say, that inspired me to do this and gave me the game to do this. After getting in trouble with law enforcement in 2019, and Nipsey Hussle's death, and meeting his brother Black Sam, as we talked about before his death. Who knows what could have happened. And I always wanted to do business with him, but now I'm gonna take that and continue this marathon on my own. Other
Absolutely.
people continuing it on their own stuff, but I'm just saying, you know.
No, no, I hear you. And a lot of people didn't realize the effect that Nipsey had on his community, because Nipsey was one of those people like, yeah, he didn't necessarily hide what he did in the community, but it wasn't like he wasn't trying to get bigged up about. He was like, yeah, this is what I do, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to give back. It was just it was in
Right.
him. And
Yeah.
to be honest, not trying to say nothing against no other race, but even for us as black people, we need community advocates. Like
Yeah, we
that's
do.
it. Ain't nobody gonna advocate for us like us. Like it's so much negativity out here. If you're a black kid coming up, man, you got a million things on social media telling you you ain't shit, you ain't good enough,
Right.
whatever, right?
Right.
But we need more positive influences and more. We need men to step the fuck up. So it's nice to see you do that, because a lot of men that's like double your age won't even do this shit.
And that's real talk, man. But I didn't. What I definitely want to say is I didn't choose the game. The game chose me.
Mm,
I didn't expect none of this to happen. I didn't expect. I mean, at some point in my life, I wanted to do like Charlie Wilson, give my life to God, or help the kids. But that was later on in life. I'm thinking 45 plus, 50 years old plus. But just going through all this, seeing Nipsey doing it, it's like, why not start now?
Why not? Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just so that they don't make the same mistakes I did, or even worse, because all it takes is one mistake to cost you your whole life.
Facts.
And all it takes is one conversation to talk somebody out of doing something.
Very true. Very true. And a lot of times it can literally be just being a listening ear. Like, we might not think that's a big deal. Like, oh, I just had a little conversation with the homie, but that may be something that he remembers forever, and it changes his life. So it should also teach adults. I call them sometimes big old kids because that's what they be acting like. But
Right, right.
um, it should also teach them, like, be very conscious of what you say to the youth, because some things they do, they never forget. They hold on to it. So
Exactly. I'm very conscious of that, and just when I started working with the youth, it was like I started noticing things. Okay, I got to shape up on this. I got to shape up on that, and I've truly changed my life, even working with them, because I don't have kids of my own. So it kind of opened my eyes as if I did have kids of my own, just to, you know, um, have more compassion and understand more, and just you know. Being looked at as a role model or a father figure when that's not necessarily what I'm trying to do, but it's kind of like you forced into it. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
true. And even though you may not look at yourself like that, like, the kids can probably relate to you. Like, you,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, you seem they see themselves in you
I agree.
versus somebody who maybe has never, that's not from where they from, never been through some of the things they have. They're like, man, I ain't trying to, you
Right.
don't know what it's like. I ain't trying to listen to that. So I
And
know you may feel like you're not a role model, but you actually are.
and you're right. And two, a lot of people won't show you their failures, brother. They'll only show you the success and the wins.
Big facts.
But you can
Big
see it
facts.
all. My life is out there for you, for all these kids to see. Hey, this is where I was at. This is where I'm at today. So you can see it all, and I feel like that's one of the biggest differences with me, and what makes the biggest impact as well. They can see it for themselves.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. I like that. The
Yeah,
transparency. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And let's get on this topic. It's just like you know, their mindsets nowadays are trained for negativity, right? It's like
Yes.
social media, all they're doing is looking at negativity. So now their minds are trained to see nothing but negativity, and then want to see nothing but negativity. Now they're going on social media, whatever it is, looking for the negativity, looking for it. They're thirsty for it. So I said, how about instead of that, we change it up to positivity? Let's spread some positivity on social media. But I know it's a balance you have to keep with the negative and positive. This is the new generation. You're not going to get nowhere if it's not any negativity involved. It has to be some negativity involved to catch the attention. Just like Nip, and when his people came out, they said they had to come out so hood at first. If you notice, Bullets ain't got no names, and then Nipsey the Marathon TMC, he's a whole
Yep.
nother man. You get what I'm saying? Same with
You're
my
right.
music. I gotta come out. I had to, in my past, come out so hard to get their attention. And I want to say too, I take full responsibility for any negativity I put out, but that doesn't mean that I'm the same person today. That doesn't mean that anybody could change their life into a positive direction.
Yeah, because you absolutely can't. All it takes is just you putting one foot in front of the other. Um, I will say, even if you think spiritually, there is no light without dark. So it is literally a balance.
Yeah.
You know both sides. Even when you start, like, in therapy and stuff, they make you do shadow work. You have to go into the dark part of you to understand the light. So I'm I'm here for it, man. I'm happy for you. So tell me some of the things that you've been doing in the community.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I've been at different schools, working with a lot of school safety measures, just because it's a lot of school shootings and things like that going on now. So the schools have upped their securities by far. So I work a lot with those people, counselors, parents, teachers, principals, superintendents, school board members. you know, a lot of people that I have worked with had meetings with all different districts all around. California mostly. So we go, you know, we mentor the kids. Usually, you know, middle school through about high school is my range. I've been at multiple schools and locations and sites. Just, you know, giving out interventions, giving out behavioral management, giving out violence prevention. Just trying to get these kids some hope and give them away. Financial literacy is something that we
Mm.
teach. Credit, how to build
Yes.
credit, how to get credit, how to be able to walk out the car lot. Youth activism, leadership, youth development, just kind of like being a liaison between families, um, students, teachers, and principals, because sometimes the kids don't understand where they're coming from and vice versa. They don't understand where the kids are coming from. So that's where I kind of come in and say, hey, you know, this might be what's going on. When I was a youth, this is what happened to me. So um, just all workforce development. We got a lot of positive things going on, restorative justice, but you know, a lot of life coaching and youth mentoring.
I like that, man. And I can't wait for you, man, to start like going on the news, man, and really start pushing your stuff. It may seem small now, but you can literally grow this into something huge.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah.
For Nipsey, I'm trying.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this for Nip.
Let me ask you this. Since you've started a voice for the youth, have you had a lot of support from like family and friends, or are they kind of like, man, I don't even know why you doing that? I'm interested to know, like, are the people, are they speaking positivity into you, or they just kind of like waiting to see what you gonna do with it?
So some people they with it, they're on board. Shout out to them, salute to them. You already know who you is. And then it's a lot of people at first they wasn't rocking with it at all. They weren't rocking with it at all. They said I'm wasting my time, all this and all that. But y'all like Nipsey Hussle and you support Nipsey Hussle. So to me that makes no sense. How you gonna say you support Nipsey Hussle, but you don't support me doing the Nipsey Hussle movement? Y'all is backwards. So people are backwards out here, man, and it's sad. But it's this cold reality. But now some people they coming back around. Like, hold on, let me double back before it's too late. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now they
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
they like I see the vision now. That all the
Yeah.
it's all the comments, all the parents and all, just everything I put on that page or even more. It's just like now they seeing it in a whole nother way. They see the voice. They see the marathon continuing, and whoever the marathon continues through. Nipsey Hussle did this for everybody. In my opinion, it's almost like he was crucified. You know what I mean? But look at Malcolm X, look at Martin Luther King. This is what happens. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know. And honestly, when I think about it, I think that's why a lot of people do be afraid to step up and put themselves out there as the face of the community. But I don't know, man. It's just we can't be afraid. We got to keep it moving. Got to keep it. You got to carry the torch.
Exactly.
So
And I was scared at first. Sometimes, but it is what it is. You just like Nip said, you gotta die behind what you believe in, and I felt that. And
that's the only way things change.
yeah, you
That,
know,
that's the only way. All that, you know, begging people to understand, begging people to see us. Now you got to go out there and make that change and show them.
yep.
And I ain't trying to say strong arm that respect, but sometimes you got to like it is what it is.
Sometimes you do got to. You got to demand your respect come in there. But hey, you do what you do. If you save one person's life,
Yep.
that's amazing to do right there. So I just look at it as I'm trying to save and touch as many people as I can as possible, all over. But mainly right now we just in the West Coast. But I would like to be able to get to the point where I come out to different states and we got things rolling like that as well. So I always tell these kids, have a step-by-step process. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You you
Yes.
you always got to have something in line, because if one thing go wrong, it's the end of all. You're gonna feel like it's the end of the world. But if you got a step-by-step process, then okay, I might have failed at this particular thing right here, but all I gotta actually do is do A, B, and C, and
Yep.
just get around D, and get what I'm saying. So you don't, you can't lose hope. You got to stay 10 toes down for what you believe in and go hard.
That's true. I mean, think about it. Even like when you're driving on the highway, if you miss your exit, what you gonna just give up? Say, okay, well, dang, I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna make it. Like, no, you. Okay, well, wait a minute. Let me turn around. Sometimes you got to make U-turns, detours. So
Yep.
it's life. So
Right. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. I
yeah.
agree. I agree. Right.
Dang. Okay. Well, you know what though? You can still make your music. Like, you don't have to stop doing that either.
Yeah. I still make it for the fans, really for the fans too. It's another business. So,
Okay.
I got businesses on I'm trying to have my businesses on autopilot. That's how I'm trying to get it to where it's on autopilot. The music is on autopilot all the time, right? Because people stream your stuff, new people find out about you every day. So the music
Yes.
already on autopilot, but just keeping it relevant, keeping it going, giving the people what they want. That's the only reason why I'll even come out with certain types of music is I'm giving y'all what you want, depending on the audience. But I try to cater to everybody. I make R&B, pop, rap. I could go from Draco the Ruler to Chris Brown, and a lot of people can't do that.
Big facts. Big
Facts.
facts. Now VH1 Zeus. Where is this man's reality show? Now, this is stuff we need to be seeing. We got enough of baddies this and everybody fighting. How about some positivity in the community? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
where's your reality show? That's what we need now. Like, let's get some real exposure on this.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, hey, I'm willing to work with you, man. If you want to put something together.
I'm just saying, like, you know, I love to see people do positive things. And I remember like when we do our first interview, maybe 3 years ago, four.
I'll never forget. Yeah,
Yeah, because that was before the pandemic, I think.
it was a blessing to find you.
Yeah, man, that was a crazy time. So even from then to now, man, you've come a long way. I've come a long way. So you doing it. It's just one step in front of the other.
Maybe we could put something together, man, for this reality show. You got the viewers already, so I
Yeah.
got a couple camera crews probably.
He said, I got the camera crews, I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go. Little
I ain't
camera.
gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I low-key be like on some producer stuff. Sometimes I think I be playing myself a little small sometimes because I'd be like, I know what I would do in that situation. Like I know how I would put that together. But
I know you can edit. I know you be editing. Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Let me ask you this. When you were coming up as a kid, did you like in your community, were there any like advocacy programs or like was there
No,
anything?
no, man. I'm from a city in California called Richmond. I'm from the rich, so it wasn't none of that going on. You either make it out or you don't, and if
Mm,
you gonna die. And it's a sad, cold reality. But that's just where I'm from. It's like you either from one side or the other. So it's no playing over there. It's no none of this. It's no, oh, you from this side? Okay, well, I'll keep it cool with you. It ain't none of that going on. It's instantly its own. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know Richmond versus Oakland versus San Francisco. It's totally different. The politics.
wow.
Yeah, the politics is totally different. That's why Oakland, you hear more about Oakland because they united way more. You feel me? They're way more united. But my city is a lot of hate, man, and ain't no
Mm,
even really made it out of Richmond, man. They all pass away and get killed before that time even comes. So
damn.
seeing that going on all the time, all these rappers dying, young people, especially a lot of my friends, man, that went out in tragic ways. RIP to OT, man. I'll never forget my guy OT. Saved my life a few times just from giving me the game. Like, always keep your car running in the rich. You feel me? If you pulling up on a female, keep your car running. You know what I'm saying? And I never knew why he did that. And one time I was in a car, years ago, some dudes came up, guns drawn, ready to go. I got up out of there. You know,
Dang.
right? I got up out of there. But yeah, man. So I didn't see none of that coming up. So I want, seeing Nip do it was like, I want to do that. But I'm more so trying to do it for the whole youth. I'm gonna be honest with you and keep it 100 on this interview and say something I never thought I'd say. But I'll go ahead and say it. If I was in the rich right now doing this, like that's why I said I do this for the youth first. all the youth. It don't matter, right? Because if I just was in Richmond being a Richmond community activist, I'd be dead already.
Wow.
I'd be dead already, man. So I'm gonna come back to Richmond, to my city, after I get it all popping and figured out. Then I'm gonna come back to Richmond, like, okay, now we got the influence. Now
Yeah.
we actually can make y'all, or not make y'all, but have, well, yeah, make y'all actually listen, because we got to make them listen first. Not saying they're gonna act on it, but just listen, just hear me out. You know what I'm saying? But they not willing to do that right now. You're gonna get killed just trying to play like that over there.
And that's a sad reality. Wow, that's sad. You know what though? But now that I'm not and now that I'm like listening to you tell that story, I'm kind of wondering, is that why like I had family members that used to say like if you pull up at a girl's house, always back in so you can
Yep.
get like right out if you had like certain things. Like people don't understand, man. There are smarts, but then there are street smarts, and them street smarts is gonna keep you alive.
Yeah, they is. Yeah, they is. Yeah, they is.
Man,
Yeah, for real, man. I don't even play around no more, man. You know what I mean? I'm not doing no playing. You know, I'm not doing no playing. I'm very aware of all my surroundings and everything. So I already know, especially when you on this type of path. You know, uh, unfortunately, people do get crucified when they trying to do something positive. So you got to be on your toes even 10 times more. I love Nip, as you know, but that situation shouldn't have happened.
it
Uh,
shouldn't have. It shouldn't
yeah,
have.
and I ain't gonna speak too much on it. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to speak on nobody or nothing. I wasn't over there. I ain't from LA. That ain't my. But it shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have. I agree. I agree. So let me ask you this. So if I come to Oakland, do I got to check in with anybody? Let me know. Because I know with Houston, you got to check in with the Prince family. So let me know before I come up there if I got to check in.
I mean, you got to make some connections. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to make some connections, man. If you come to
Okay.
Oakland, but it's a good vibe, man. Go to downtown Oakland, man. You gonna make all the connections you can. But to go to a hood in Oakland, see, you saying just come to Oakland, you good. But to go to a hood in Oakland, yeah, you probably gonna need to holler at somebody. I'm not from Oakland though, so I don't even, you feel me? That ain't my territory. If I go to Oakland and I'm pulling up on somebody, it's somebody I know. But I ain't just, you know,
Ain't just cruising. Yeah, I feel you on that.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm cruising. It's cool to cruise over there, but
Okay.
just as far as going to other people's hoods, bouncing out. To this day, like I don't even really, you feel me? I don't go to other people's hoods unless we doing something. It's a backpack drive. It's a purpose for me to be there. You feel me?
I feel you. I feel
You know
you.
what I mean?
And then I get out there messing around. Ain't you that nigga from YouTube? Oh Lord.
Right. They gonna love you though.
True. Hey, I know you from YouTube, dude. It didn't happen at airports, man, train
Oh,
stations. I be
no,
like,
people know about you, man. I be showing them. They be like, "Oh yeah, I heard about Storm. Like I done seen, his show before." I'm like, "Yeah, you famous."
let me tell you the funny part. Um, I helped this dude. I don't know if you ever saw the video, the interview I did. His name is Tori Chisholm.
I don't think so. Not that one.
He had got sentenced to like 330 years at the age of 15, and he locked up in Virginia, but he was 15 when he was sentenced, or 16, 17, something like that. Now he's like in his early 30s. And he's actually about to get paroled in a few years. But
Okay.
we helped that on the show. We helped bring attention to it. So
Wow.
um which I'm like, damn, that's actually a big deal. I helped somebody get out of prison pretty much. But
You helped him get out.
pretty much.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay. That's
I did the story first. It brought so much attention. Then everybody else is trying to jump on it. But I was just telling him, like, man, get all the publicity that you can. And before I knew it, boom, he was up for parole. It was like stuff just started happening for him.
that's good. No, that's good. That's good. See, you be doing stuff, bruh.
Yeah. I mean, and no, he let me know I got a forever friend. Or like whether I want it or not, we friends. Like it is what it is. We locked in.
Yeah,
but
that's good. I
but it
respect.
was but it was funny because he told me, he was like, yeah, man. Oh, Storm, we love you here in the pen. Wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh no, I'm sure they what, man. They probably looking at your man. I'm telling you, they entertain. they, they need that Storm Monroe in there, bruh.
I get it, but it was just the way he said, "Oh yeah, we fuck with you in here. We love you in here." It was like, okay,
But I ain't trying to go. He like, all
I ain't trying to go.
right, nah, for real.
Oh man, yeah.
That's real talk.
I thought that was funny, man. He the coolest dude, but it was just like, man,
Nah, for sure. That's hella funny. That's a
you
good one.
you just never know your reach, and so I think what you doing is dope. So let me ask you, how can people help support? Like, what can the people that's watching this, what can they do to help you?
Just tap in the Voice of the Youth LLC. That's the Instagram name. I don't know if we could put it on here or I could
Uh-huh.
put it on
Oh yeah,
in
I'm
my.
about to pull you up right now.
Oh, you got me. Okay, Voice of
Yep.
the Youth LLC. Um, just go follow us, man. Show some support, man. Any type of support is good with me, man. I'm not, asking for too much, man. Because I'm gonna continue to help these kids, support or not, and I'm gonna continue to do what I can for these, for the youth, support or not. And I'm just about, we got to give these kids something to do. They have nothing to do. I'm
Yes.
in the summer right now. They have nothing to do. They riding around. They doing all types of stuff. They ain't got nothing to do. It's our job to give them something to do. So that's what I'm here to do, is to try to do that and work that out. Those are all my kids right there. My Alameda kids that just graduated. Shout out to them.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them. They changed my life. Yeah, they changed my life for real.
You need more attention on this. I'm about to contact the shade room because see, this is what we need to be paying attention to. Not Blueface and Chris Sean. No shade, but
Yeah, no shade, but
no shade, but
they got kids too. So it's like everybody got to respect that. That's my coach right there. My guy at Dublin. He sets up a lot of youth track meets, man. He got the like track meets in California. He hosts the ones for high school, and
oh,
every
nice.
in California comes to these track meets. We be having 180 schools at these meets.
Dang.
Shout
Okay.
out, yeah, shout out to him, my guy Chris, man.
You keep doing what you do, bro. I was gonna say you definitely need to get on that grant money um from the government because it's out there. A Voice of the Youth LLC. Y'all make sure y'all follow. I'll link it down below too. Um, but yeah, it's out there because honestly, that grant money, you're gonna be able to do so much and help so many people.
I'm trying.
Um, they will. I think they will probably. I think they technically do audit the nonprofits like every 5 years or whatever. But you ain't doing nothing shady. All they want to see is that you're actually using the money that they giving you. That's really it.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm saying?
I already use my money right now to do what I do. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't.
Yeah,
It's all good with me. You
yeah.
know, I'm gonna put it in the right place because I this is in my heart. I really want to do this and I really want to make a change. I'm not playing. I'm not BSing. I'm about this and I'm trying to make it happen. Somebody got to carry on the torch, like you said, man. And you know, hopefully it's a lot of people. I know it is a lot of people that was inspired by Nip after the death, but
Oh
just
yeah.
hopefully everybody, they continue in the marathon because that's what Nip would want.
That's exactly what Nip will want. And I want to go back to what you said too on how kids have nothing to do nowadays. That's really one of the biggest causes of these young kids getting into trouble.
Exactly.
Like they need summer programs. Man, back in the day, they used to have like kids would go to like the YMCA or they would go skate or I guess don't nobody go play outside no more. That's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
um even back in the day, how kids would play basketball and sports, and it's just we need to keep them active because if they sitting around the house bored on their phones all day, they're gonna get into trouble. It is what it is.
Exactly. So we are in talks with city councils in different cities, different people, violence prevention programs. It's going to be a slow start, most likely, of course, but I think that we are going to get to some positive ground for the simple fact that it's a lot of people that's with us. It's a lot of people that's liking the idea. It's a lot of people that's with the idea and with the movement. I've already spoke to, like I said, city councils. We need to, me personally, what I would like is to, create a music program, right? Get them in the studio, get them in the studio. even care what kind of music y'all make at this point. Let's just get y'all out of trouble and out of these streets. Then we can work on whatever else we got to work on. Number two, of course, sports programs. We need more of those. Summer camps of sports kinds, things that the kids really want to do. Boxing. Shout out one of my guys in Santa Rosa. They got some boxing stuff going on right now, and I want to give a shout out to Montgomery High School. That's on the Instagram right now. Just want to give a shout out to them and all the kids from over there as well, going through this tragic time. But yeah, we need to get community centers that teach the music biz so we could get ownership again. You know what I mean? It's deep. What I'm trying to do is deep.
It's deep, man, and people don't understand. Like, kids having these outlets, whether you're gonna have some kids that are more sports inclined, and then some kids that are more like, theater, music,
Yeah,
whatever, like more of the creative arts, man. But they're both so important because you know being able to make music, it's a beautiful thing. Being able to express your emotions in a healthy way and your frustrations, and we've gotten away from that, and then we wonder why these kids are so cold. Like, oh, they ain't got no personality. They don't care about nothing. I know, because they don't have nothing to look to. They don't have nothing to look forward to. So
exactly.
um it's big things that you're doing. I could even see you. I can see your ass being a senator or in the House of Representatives. Like, I can see that. Like,
Shout out my guy Scott Wiener. Shout out Scott Wiener.
hey, shout out to him. I'm just saying, because I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm like, man, this can really be big what you're doing.
Let's do it. I mean, it's not many young African American males, with my background that's stepping up like this, man. So let's do it. I'm waiting on All Money In to hit me back, because we on the same page. Oh, sorry, we good? We back?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you good.
Okay, yeah. So I'm waiting on them to hit me back, and just collaborating with other people and other organizations that kind of got the same feel for what we doing.
Keep pushing, man. Keep going. Um, Make sure you have your donation fund set up so people can donate. Um, I was gonna say what else? Yeah, and definitely work on, because are you a nonprofit yet? You're not a nonprofit yet, right?
But we are a nonprofit. We are
You
now.
are. Okay, I thought I saw that. Okay, I just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Okay, so you got that out the way. Yeah, it's up from here. You just got to work on getting grant money, pushing the support, the community support. Yeah.
Yep. Keep on with that. That's exactly where I'm at. Just going to these different schools, linking up with different people, and just trying to make it happen, man. From here all the way to LA, we trying to make it happen from the Bay to LA.
And that's another thing too. Let's talk about that, man. People talk about the Bay, people talk about LA, but you got a whole bunch of kids that live in the middle of California.
That too.
California is huge. So like right in the middle is what? You got what? Bakersfield and Fresno, right? And
Central
yeah, Central. It's like
Valley.
they need programs too. We can't forget about them.
I
So
think about them too. Trust me, I actually do. I look into Fresno every once in a while, and it's not a city I would necessarily like to, be in my whole life or anything, but I know they need help. So that's my thing about getting the help and making myself available to help. You know what I'm saying? Any kids that contact me and need to talk, I don't never turn them down. I'll dang near stop what I'm doing right now and everything and just, hey, what's going on? If it's a real serious situation, I got you. I'm not letting no kids starve around me. None of that going on. Kids know, and they'll vouch for me. You know what I mean? But I ain't even gonna speak on what I done because it don't matter. It's in my heart, and I do this for God. But you know,
I'm gonna speak on it. The man is doing it. I'm gonna brag. The man is doing it, damn it.
I'm
The man,
trying.
he's
I'm
doing.
trying.
He might be modest. The man is doing it. Y'all need to big him up, because this is what a lot of women have been asking for, like men to step up and to actually make a change, because that's the only way it's gonna happen.
I agree. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. It is the only way it's gonna happen, and just having the influence, like I said, from the music and turn it into a positive.
Yes.
ever in my life that was negative at one point, turning it into a positive. And honestly, I try to tell these kids too, you know, like my life been better ever since I done started this whole positive movement and everything and left all the bull stuff behind. My life been uh, the most positive it's ever been. And I never thought I'd see that coming. Right.
Yeah.
When you put out that negative energy, it's gonna come back to you, of
It's gonna
course.
come back to you. Yep.
You got to put out that positive energy or whatever energy you want, but you could put out that negative energy if that's what you want to do. You might beat the cameras, you might beat the police, but you're not going to beat out that energy that you put out, because it's always going to come back to you in some shape and some form. You can't escape it.
It's true. You're right. You got a lot of artists right now that they want to make different kinds of music, but they like, well, I don't know if people gonna mess with it, or I don't know, so they kind of stay stuck in that same lower vibrational energy, but people got to realize too, the growth. You got to look at the growth is real, man. And when somebody can see you came from here and now you're here, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. They definitely need to pay the school staff more. Luckily, Oakland, they just got a good raise. Los Angeles got a good raise. I think Los Angeles might have got like over a 10% raise or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it is coming. It is coming. It's slow, but it's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. You know what I mean? They always want to take the fast route. You know, when I took the fast route versus taking the long route, everything has been better and more money, more everything, doing it the right way. Not
Yes.
trying to cut corners and, do this here and do some behind the back stuff here. Man, do it the right way. So I'm trying to teach these kids also do it the right way, because I didn't do it the right way. I messed my stuff up doing it the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? So y'all got to do it the right way.
That's true. That's very true. Side note, I'm gonna cut this part out. What kind of necklace is that?
Oh, this is my granny right here.
Oh,
She
dope.
passed away in May. Not this May, but the last May.
Oh, that's dope. I be seeing people with that, but I don't be one. Some people get funny if you ask them, but
Yeah, you all good. I wear this proud. This is my granny right here.
all right. So Amari, tell me about people speaking on murders in interviews.
Yeah, man. That's one thing. It's like everybody wants to be so entertained by speaking on these murders and these interviews, and it's like, but what's the solution after that? What comes after that? After you speak on this murder in this interview, what's to come after that?
Usually more beef.
Right, but where's the change? If you go through something, you're supposed to make a change.
True.
And that's why people get caught in the same cycles and can't get out.
Well, I want to add something to that, my man. I think it's people wanting to just do anything to go viral, so they know if they speak on something like that it's going to get clicks and views. Once again, that negativity, right? And then I think we as a people have to stop going on certain platforms that we know is trying to manipulate us and to speak on certain things that's going to mess us up later. I ain't going to say nobody names, but people know who I'm talking about. I'm going to leave that alone.
Right.
But I think, I think we got to look at it that way too. Like, who in their right mind would encourage you to be speaking on a murder in an interview?
That's true. I mean, yeah, you got to look at it from all angles. Yeah, all angles.
Somebody that don't have your best interest at heart, they just want to click in a view. And damn, I don't want to sound like no hater, because I'm not. But okay, I'm gonna tell you about the situation.
Go ahead.
Without saying no names. Us as a people, I'm talking about melanated people, right?
Yeah.
We go to certain platforms and we'll let these people get us caught up with the FBI, IRS, gang shit, hood shit. Like, niggas be talking about stuff. I be like, yo, my nigga, like, you ain't made it out the hood yet. You got to go back home. Like, homie, you tripping.
For real. For real.
This dude that's interviewing you don't live like you. Like, you have to go back home. Man. So you see them do that, and they do it gladly. No questions asked. They answer whatever. And then I noticed they'll come to platforms like mine, or just other people, even my colleagues as well, and they don't really want to talk. They don't really want to give us nothing. They're always on some, well, okay, well, you gonna pay me? And it's like, well, I really can't. But homeboy, they got a way bigger platform, didn't pay you either. And as a matter of fact, he got you fucked up out here. You don't even know it's a bounty on you now. So
Yep.
it's just interesting to me how, we as melanated people were very distrustful of one another.
Yeah, that is true. You know that is true.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I like how you said, what's the solution to speaking on murders in interviews? What's the solution on speaking on negativity in interviews?
Period. Yeah. What's the solution to that? Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
once you do it, now it's out there forever. It's probably gonna go viral, and you can't take your words back. And now you don't know who you pissed off, and now you got to watch your back. It's just it. Is it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
worth it?
It ain't no way to live. It ain't no way to live. It ain't no
Man,
way to live. I that's why I can't live like that no more. And I had to make a change. I can't live like that no more. Walking outside every day looking over your shoulder. That ain't no way to live.
it's not no way to live. I learned that even doing what I do, because I can roast these people to oblivion. Like, it's what we do. But even somebody have to pull me to the side and say it's a way to do it. You don't have to be so nasty with it.
Right.
And
Okay.
even I had to calm down, because it got real for me when I got into a celebrity party, and I sat back and said, you know what? Everybody that I done talked about, they here. you
Dang.
when I first start this stuff, you never think that one day I'm gonna be, right next to Usher. And I was. It was like,
They knew
it,
you, huh?
listen, I ain't gonna front. I lied to get into the party. I mean, I like to brag because I got in before YK Osiris and before Tiger, technically.
Mm,
But
that's what's
but
up.
but some of them did literally, like, oh, okay, yeah, like, I know your face look familiar. You know what I'm saying? And it was all good. But I liked the fact that I was able to go out to that party and I ain't have to worry about getting my ass beat. So I said, you know what? The entertainment is one thing, but I said, I don't have to be that nasty. And I'm not finna let niggas online talk me into being like that either. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people be like, oh, we want the old Storm back. Listen. I can't afford 24/7 security. Y'all go.
Yeah. I'm cool. Right.
I'm cool. I like being able to go outside. Certain people that work in this business, they can't go nowhere. They stuck in the house. That's it.
I bet.
DJ Academics, no shade. I'm just saying.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. I got
Homeboy,
you.
homeboy got a mansion in Jersey, but he don't really leave the house for a reason. That's for a reason.
That I did notice that. Yeah. He definitely at the house.
He homies at the house. His hoes come over. They at the house. Here's the thing. That nigga's at the house.
At the,
I like
yeah.
going outside. I like traveling. I'm like, let me calm my silly ass down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Mhm.
in life you gotta do you gotta do the messy stuff to get on. But once you get to a certain level, I had to say, and even you said, like, I don't have to do that no more. So
Right. Right. Every day in life, you lay a brick,
yeah,
and
yeah,
look up, you are gonna have a brick wall. You know what I mean?
true,
Keep
true,
working, keep staying motivated. The marathon continues. Hey, this life ain't a sprint; it's a marathon. So
very true,
you
very
know,
true.
no matter what
So
you got going.
now, speaking of life, how has life changed in LA after Nipsey's death?
Man, LA took a hit. It's a lot of people that didn't know what to do after Nip died. It's a lot of people that didn't have no resources after Nip died. He gave a lot of people jobs. He gave a lot of people in the community away, and it was messed up to see. But now, as you see, 3 years, 4 years later, they're rebuilding. They just opened a new marathon store. They since the last one was shut down. They got like three new companies coming. So
Mm,
now it looks like okay, things are coming back. All the Nip's friends, they look like they doing well. So I'm seeing a change coming again. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's still from the. I think it's from the Nipsey Hussle Foundation, because they have that too, Black Sam. So it was a struggle at first, man. I know LA took it hard.
They did. They
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah. And the Bay took it hard. It's a lot of people from the Bay. Instantly, when that happened, they went straight to LA to show love and show support because Nipsey touched everybody, man. Real talk.
He did, and he really did. He to me was that like that the definition of being like not the definition, the example of being like an independent man. Like he was for the community, but he wasn't waiting on no record label. He sold his own stuff. Like he wasn't waiting on nobody to do nothing. He like, no, we gonna get out and do this. Like his mindset
Yeah,
was just different. And everybody can't be that, and I understand that, but we need more of that.
yeah, we do.
Like
I agree.
like we see something that need to be changed, change it. Like what are we waiting on? And sometimes you talk to people and then they say, oh well, I'm just waiting. What are you waiting on?
Right,
Waiting on what? Waiting on what?
right. Waiting on whatever. Right. I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna get out there and make it happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out there and do it. So speak on social media for me as well, because social media today got the kids in the chokehold, man. They got the adults in the chokehold. So the kids are thinking that they supposed to be rich at the age of 19. Not understand that, baby, it ain't even begun yet.
Right, for real. For real.
And then you got adults that are arguing with each other over all these hypothetical situations about relationships and marriages that they not even in. It don't even make no sense. Everybody's all discombobulated. So speak on that a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot of, like I said, a lot of negativity being pushed on social media and people wanting to get instant gratification. And people got to understand that's not the right way to go. You can't, when I made the mistakes I did, it was from me going outside being influenced. When you inside, you pure. You go out to the outside world, you get influenced, whether it's television, social media, rap music, R&B music, whatever type of music, rock and roll. You get influenced, and that's the problem right now. Is the influence needs to be shifted to something more positive, because we
Yes.
got too much negativity going on, and then people feel like they just getting instant gratification from social media, and that's not really what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Some people, like people like that have a platform that's doing something like me, you, or something positive. Okay, that's cool. That's what we do. This is what our jobs. But you know, it's other people that they need to stay in their own lane, and that's why people stay in their own lane. You know what I mean? When you go outside your lane, that's when sometimes it don't work out. You know what I'm saying? So
Fair enough.
you definitely have to know how to stay in your lane and work with what you have in your own lane, and stop trying to chase after fame, stop trying to chase after the women, stop trying to chase after just all this negative stuff, because then you chasing the negativity. That's what I'm trying to say, and people self-consciously don't even get it, don't even know what they doing. But and I had a discussion the other day. I ain't never brought the devil into my household. If she wasn't my girlfriend, she wasn't getting inside my house. I ain't never brought no random person to my house. People invite the devil into their home without even knowing.
Yes. Yeah. And it's easy to let the devil in, but it's hard to get him out.
And give them a front seat, and they don't even know that you
Yeah.
gave them a front seat.
That's so true. Man, that's some real stuff right there. Even people have even looked at me a little weird, like, oh, you ain't doing this and doing that at your place. Boy, if I if I had your place, I would be doing this and I just said, you know what? When I go do my nefarious activities, why do I want to bring that to my house? For what? I don't
Exactly.
I
I
might
don't
not
owe,
I might not like you next week, but now you know where I live.
yeah, you don't owe them nothing, so why bring them to your house?
Why bring them to your house? What, to
hmm
show off something? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. You ain't gotta see my stuff. I'm good.
When I get married, I'm probably getting off of social media. I'm gonna hire somebody to my social media. When I get married, I ain't involved in social media with my marriage though. I'll say that.
And you know what that means? You're probably gonna actually stay married.
That's what they, if I get married for real, that's the point. You know, it
You,
ain't.
you're
Yeah.
probably gonna actually stay married because a lot of people now are breaking up, and it's social media. People, the phone's always out. There's no privacy. People taking their issues to social media. Like we, your therapist, we just getting entertained. We want the mess,
Mm-hmm.
but it's your life. Now
Right.
you blasted somebody. Now you've lost their trust. But I always tell people, you got to go home with them. Like I,
Yeah.
people don't be thinking. People just don't be thinking.
You know, it's too much. You know, it's too much to be having that in your marriage.
I agree, and
You
I ain't
know.
never even been married, but I totally agree.
Yeah. You know, there's too much temptation. It's not that it's too much. It's too much temptation.
That too, that too. Because I will say this too: if you think about it from an evolutionary perspective, like yes, we've grown and we've advanced as humans, but technology has surpassed our brains.
Right.
So like we really wasn't made to have access to each other like this. Uh,
Right.
like if you
Yeah.
go
I feel
back
you.
in the olden days, all you knew was the people in your community.
Yeah. For
That
sure.
was it. That was it. Then times went on, and yeah, then we had telephones, and then we had TV, we had radio, but it wasn't no. I can get on my phone, click, click, click. Now I'm talking. Now I'm looking at somebody in Japan, or it wasn't that wasn't available, and so technology has definitely helped us, but hurt us in a lot of ways.
I agree. I agree. I agree. But you know, like I said, always about keeping it positive and doing something positive at the end of your comings. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's all it's about. You know, I try to spread positivity to everybody I can, man.
I like that, man. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Tell the people where they can find you, follow you, support you in your movement.
You already know, man. It's your boy, man, Amari J, man. Follow me on Instagram, Voice of the Youth LLC. Follow my clothing line, Tapped In Merch, and follow my real Instagram page. It's Lavish Life Mari, or type in Amari J, and I should pop up. I want to give a shout out to my kids at Alameda. Shout out to my kids at Dublin. Shout out to my kids in Santa Rosa. Shout out to my kids in Los Angeles, Crenshaw District. Shout out to my kids in Oakland. And then, you know, I got to give a shout out to my guy, Storm Monroe, in the building, man. You an amazing individual, man. Positive dude, man. I see you going to the top, man. Stay motivated out here, man. I appreciate you for always having me on the platform and giving our people a platform. That's most important. That's why I salute you.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.